Hi Leo, welcome to Stormy Goat Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning into your bonus reading for what is to come your way for Sagittarius season. Happy intro to Sagittarius season. I know this happened this past Sunday and I wanted to get this up yesterday, but this, that, or the other thing happened and just videos have been uploading for me really slowly, so I apologize for that, guys. But I also want to take the time to congratulate you and thank you for all of your support. You guys won with the most amount of likes for your general monthly reading video at the beginning of the month. Hence, you're getting awarded with this bonus video at the start of this past sign season. So thank you so much, Leo. Your viewership has been amazing across all of the sign videos for you. I see it, I see the views, I see the time that you spend watching my videos, and it is very much appreciated. So thank you so much, Leos, from the bottom of my heart. I hope that I can continue to produce content that you enjoy, and I hope that you stick with me on this journey that we all are on, really, not just myself, or even just the people who have taken the time to watch so far. So thank you again very much. I hope to continue with you on this journey. I also want to disclaim just at this time that this reading is considered a general energy reading, which means that not every aspect or every specific detail is going to align perfectly with your own. Some of this may apply to you, all of it may apply to you, and also none of it may apply to you, and that's perfectly okay. This video is going to be specifically for the people who resonate with the sign energy of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any transit or placement that you deem good and proper if you happen to be resonating with Leo energy at this time. Also, just apply, should anything not resonate, just apply what does and leave what details don't for another person who needs to hear that part of the message. So let's get right to it, Leo. Let's see what is coming your way for Sagittarius season. Which, me being a Sun Sagittarius myself, I am very excited for things to be kicking off. I think it's going to be a really dynamic time for everybody, especially after kind of the lull and then the start, stop, and then go again with all the scorpionic and eclipse and new moon energy that we had going on in November. So after kind of sitting in the dark in the cave, which personally was my thing with Scorpio season, I definitely was in my zone, in my reflective state. But I think, like everybody, I'm ready to be back at it. So now rubber's meeting the road. Let's see what is coming your way with our Whispers of Lord Ganesha oracle cards here. What's coming to Leo this upcoming Sagittarius season? What can Leo expect to come their way this Sagittarius season, please, Spirit? Regarding love, life, and career. Woo! All right. Well, that's quite a few, but I'm not accepting all of them. What did come forward, though, was fulfillment. Awesome. Getting a sense of your bearings, of really feeling comfortable. Maybe the first time that you've felt comfortable in a good long while, Leo. And this could be on any level. This could be on feeling comfortable in your own skin, comfortable and adept in a career or a job, at where you sit in life. Let's see if we get anything else here. Whoop, right off the bat. Healing. Maybe because your heart's restored, Leo. of anything that you're working through or have been working through that's been giving you a hard time. Working on moving towards what you feel that you are, and then healing yourself to get that far, to make the rest of the journey. What's awaiting Leo this upcoming Sagittarius season? What blessings are coming for Leo this upcoming Sagittarius season? Please show me clearly. Splendor. And for me, this card talks about taking delight in the things around us, and even our own transformation with this butterfly here. Opening up to the fact that you are awesome, Leo. And that there's plenty about yourself to think that way about. Bottom of the deck, here is courage. There you are, Leo. Not too many cards in this deck have other animals besides the elephant imagery of Ganesha, his vehicle, which happens to be a mouse, and here and there, like with peacock here. But taking the opportunities to be courageous, to present yourself as you are, and feeling at home in that. I'm getting the sense that for a few of you, you've been through something that really knocked you off your mojo. Something that really kind of knocked your self-confidence. That made you feel a certain way about yourself, or someone presumed to make you feel a certain way about yourself. But that's come to a close, Leo. It's taken time. It's taken some figuring out, some self-actualization, but you know very well now that, sorry about that, guys. I think you recognize now that what has served you in the past, what has fulfilled you in the past, is not exactly what you're seeking now. It's not a part of your life at this point, and that you are seeking something deeper, something more, something that is more fulfilling, something that provides you with a certain sense of accomplishment that maybe you weren't receiving before. And taking delight in the transformation that you have done, the healing work that you have done with yourself to achieve this. Let's get some tarot on the board. What blessings are to come for Leo during Sagittarius season? No. What blessings are opening up for Leo, or being brought to Leo during Sagittarius season? What blessings are to come for Leo during this upcoming Sagittarius season? Woo! Caught that. All right. We have the Hierophant. Feeling commitment with this. Like a vow, either to someone else or yourself. I'm feeling more of this as being yourself. If some of you are under some sort of mentorship or apprenticeship program, or just in that situation in general, maybe taking a class or being in close correspondence with somebody who would be considered kind of a, I don't want to say master, but definitely more adept at a craft or a subject than you are. If you're in that kind of environment, I definitely feel a solidifying or a further commitment to something in that regard. Commitment to faith. If this is regarding a relationship, a commitment to a specific person. Proposal, either proposing to you or you're doing the proposing. Blocked by the High Priestess. Ooh, this is a very, very spiritual couple. What's blocking you or acting as the blockage is the lack of assurance that you have that what you're experiencing is real, or whether or not anyone would pay mind, or whether this is really aligned with you fully or not. Because the Hierophant is the cipher or the transcriber, the translator, let's just say, of known knowledge, of known wisdom. The High Priestess rules the unknown. The feelings that we have to deep dive in order to get to. The truth that we have to sit still and meditate on in order to reach. I also see the Hierophant as more of a figure of a prophet, as someone whose mission is to proclaim truth. While the High Priestess is more of an oracle who receives truth from Spirit directly. So I could see this, maybe you are becoming more spiritual or trying to deepen your spiritual path, and you want to express that, to form community around you, to pursue others who have the same interests or the same scope or the same viewpoint as you. Publicizing your faith, essentially, your feelings, your beliefs. High Priestess is a little bit more private than that. So there could be kind of a shame, not a shame, I don't want to paint it out exactly like that, but a reluctance, a secretiveness. Not in a malicious way, just knowing full well that your own personal gnosis, your own truth, your own wisdom means a lot to you. Hierophant also is a figure to me that, and it is kind of a negative association that a lot of people have with the card, but I also kind of view it as more acceptable spiritual relations or organized spirituality, like religion, commercial spirituality even, is kind of more in line with the Hierophant. You may have come from a background that was more religious and edging away into more spiritual or esoteric type of beliefs or dabblings. So this high priestess could be a reluctance to reveal this to those closest to you. Okay. At the root here, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Shadow cast from that is the Magician in reverse. Oof. Immediate past, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Immediate future, we have the Four of Wands. Upright this time, all right. And then we'll get to that part of the reading in a bit here. I want to kind of be focused on the body of this for now. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. Yes. Nobody can topple you, Leo. Nobody can tell you what to think, how to feel. Yeah, going back to what I was saying is if you do have a religious background or if you are recently coming from a more religious faith or frame of mind, there's something about whatever path you were walking or what you're currently experiencing, balancing these two, just this inner faith and this outer expression of yourself. Getting like this sense of of thinking or believing one thing, but outwardly presenting as another. And you can't do it anymore. It's not manifesting anything that is worthwhile, that's authentic of you, and could actually be manifesting the wrong things because your energy isn't directing it in a very truthful way. Straightforward way, I should say. Honest kind of implies that you're lying. And I don't feel like you're being dishonest with anybody around you, Leo. I feel just that you feel like you have to have two selves. And your ability to maintain or do that is quickly falling or deteriorating rapidly. You want to move towards something that is more fulfilling for you. But you're of two minds, so you're not really on a unified front of how to actually achieve that. So of course it's not manifesting correctly. But this has been a recent decision from you with this Eight of Swords in reverse. You may have felt very self-conscious or even guilty or ashamed of researching, of maybe watching tarot card readings or astrology readings. If you're taking more of the herbalism or the witchcraft route, maybe feeling guilty towards that just because of the label. But you're releasing that. There's been a decision at some point to release yourself from that. This idea that you can't pursue what feels so right to you. Something that makes you feel good. Something that enables you to feel stable, to celebrate the real you, I want to say. Like real. A more authentic you is what I would say. But this does inspire conflict within yourself. Being afraid what people will think. Right. Let's clarify this Magician. What can't be created here? What's having a hard time getting up off the ground with this Magician in reverse, Spirit? Tell me more about this Magician in reverse here. Tell me more about the Magician in reverse in the shadow cast for Leo regarding what's to come for them this upcoming Sagittarius season. Tell me more about the Magician in reverse here, please, Spirit. Okay. 5 of Cups in reverse. All right. Emperor in reverse. With the Page of Wands in reverse. Getting a strong sense of Aries energy with that Emperor and Page of Wands in reverse there. So could be dealing with somebody who embodies Aries energy or have Aries in your chart. This is a release, a forfeiting. A feeling of letting people down. You couldn't keep up the appearance that you believed in something different, even though you were feeling very opposing feelings. And this was very hard for you to admit. This Emperor in reverse implies to me the presence of a very, very powerful, influential, masculine figure in your life. Doesn't have to necessarily be a man. It could just be somebody who has a lot of masculine, overt, domineering energy. But I feel like there was a lot of things upheld for this person. You were putting yourself through something in order to please or appease this person. And not having to do that anymore is kind of a relief to you. With this 5 of Cups in reverse. A relief of that grief. Maybe this was an ex-partner. Maybe this was a father figure that you had, where this faith or where these ideas came from or were instilled in you. But just as this person's authority didn't come from a very healthy place, this intention from you didn't come from a very good place either. It's kind of instilling this kind of domineering or overbearing father figure with this kind of bratty child kind of dynamic here. Kind of in the sense of if you fell out of line or if there was this, that, or the other thing that this person didn't like, they would, put on their boss hat and boss you around, talk down to you as if maybe you were a child. And it got you to obey, it got you to comply. But maybe you got the last word in. Sure, I'll listen to you this time. Which may have led to an increased toxicity between that dynamic, between that relationship, between you and that person. Or it could be vice versa. Bottom of the deck with that is death. A transformation surrounding this. And because this was coming from a negative place for both of you, nothing was going to bear fruit. Because it wasn't meant for you, for either of you. I said this in a prior video of mine, but the universe doesn't want to set us up to fail. If something is not in our highest and best or meant to manifest correctly, i.e. we're out of alignment or we're trying to force or impose our own points of view on those around us, nothing's going to take root that way. So in order for there to be progress, everything needed to change. And it's for the better with the Four of Wands here. As a matter of fact, let's clarify the Four of Wands. Tell me more about the Four of Wands here, please, Spirit, and the immediate future, please. Tell me more about the Four of Wands. The energy moving forward. Tell me more about the Four of Wands, please. All right. Nice and dramatic. Got the Knight of Cups in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. All right. Here's the King of Pentacles now in reverse. This has given you a chance to open your heart, to look at what you were keeping guarded, what you were bullied out of maybe, what you were told that maybe you didn't have, what you didn't have power over, and recreating that aspect of you, getting in touch with your creativity. Until you did realize what you had. Let's see if we can get more with that. Anything more about this Four of Wands with the Ace of Wands? It took work. It did take a good deal of amount of healing to get your energy back, to find that fire again. And for you, this is a celebration. This could also be speaking on this week, the week of, God, what week are we in now? The 22nd to the 26th, I believe. Mars and Venus are actually very closely pacing each other in the sky, astrologically too. So this could be talking about, since this is a Mars and Venus card with the Four of Wands here, this could be talking about benefiting or a relationship benefiting during this time, during this week. And if this isn't with a separate person, with an actual other person, this could be reunification of your physical self with your higher self, of rejoicing at the prospect of being whole again. Bottom of the deck with that, we have the Page of Pentacles. What was I saying about the physical self reuniting with the divine version of you? Because the Page of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck is actually a very mystical card, because the page is actually not holding the pentacle, but the pentacle is floating down into the page's hands, representing that he's able to co-create with spirit. That after an X amount of work and after getting certain things into alignment, then the appropriate tools and the appropriate materials can come into place and have room to be used to be of help and service. All right, let's get to this second column here. Your attitude moving forward, Page of Swords in reverse. Wow. Your environment, Six of Swords. All right. Opposition, though. Hopes and fears, Ace of Cups. Possible outcome is the Ten of Wands. Oh, this is a test. You are being tested, Leo. Make no mistake about that. This has the possibility for a lot of reward, a lot of personal growth, both spiritual fulfillment and spiritual advancement. But you are second guessing yourself. We've had two pages appear for us in the main spread, or excuse me, not the main spread, but over the course of this reading here, both in reverse. With overall energy being the King of Pentacles, the king who has it all materially. So maybe the tools are at your disposal, Leo, but what you're lacking is the belief in yourself. The belief that what works for you, what feels so synced with you, is the doubt that that could actually be for you. Just gonna turn this overhead light on really quick. Much better. And if this is coming in a spiritual or resonating with you on a spiritual level, I do get that you are very early on your journey. A lot of things feel confusing right now. I empathize with that. And we exist in an age where you Google an aspect of something, anything about spirituality, really, and you get bombarded with information. And in the age of the internet, where everybody is an expert on anything, it can be very, very confusing and a very whirlwind kind of feeling to know what to trust, what resources to utilize. You have time to sort that out, Leo. You know, don't feel like you have to sign up for anything right away, or make any financial or big sweeping commitments right away. Because with the Six of Swords here in reverse in the environment, I am getting a definite call to you to pace yourself, to take it easy. Allow your mind to work for you. Because your utmost hope is that this is going to be the ultimate sense of fulfillment for you, that it's where your heart is in alignment with. Whereas your fear associated with this Ace of Cups is thinking too much from the heart, not using your head enough. But look at what your head is doing, Leo. Casting all this doubt. From influences that I feel are external to you. Because like I said at the beginning of this reading, I feel like you're really being called to go deep within yourself, to understand your personal truth, why you feel called to this path, why this feels so fulfilling to you. Because I feel like there's just this, I can't shake this feeling that there are outside influences, whether it's a family, your family, or your in-laws, or your own extended family that disapproves of this or just doesn't see the value in this. Hence, you don't see the value in this. But the burden of this is sapping your energy. And it's a part of the lesson being learned. Which, let's investigate that. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Tell me more about the lesson being learned here with the Ten of Wands and the potential outcome. Tell me more about the lesson being learned here with the Ten of Wands for Leo this upcoming Sagittarius season. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. Executing this, forming this, of choosing a path. Chariot in reverse. Yeah, feeling very imbalanced about this. Tell me more about, okay. With the Death card again. Second time it's popped up in this reading. With the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck on that clarification. So, making a choice of what to pursue and making the change based on that. And that is not a choice to be taken lightly with the Ten of Wands here. Knowing that you have to make this choice burdens you. And I understand being tied, whether it's a cultural thing, whether it's generational. Maybe if we are talking about maybe you coming from a background, a religious background, maybe you have a lot of positive memories of with family members, with friends within the church. Have positive memories of other family members' experience with the church. And I understand how, if your community is that close knit, if anyone in your life would have this particular kind of problem with what you're pursuing, what you're considering, from a beliefs point of view. I can understand how it feels kind of like you're making the choice to leave everything behind, to just light the match and just throw it over your shoulder and keep walking. But with the Chariot reverse, that way of thinking, that mode of thinking is not productive. It's not what's going to enable you to actually move forward and claim this newfound faith, these new realizations, this personal gnosis within yourself. It's only once you're clear of that doubt when you'll see the fruits of your labor. Because I feel kind of like you only want to do the right thing, Leo. And I feel like anybody who's around you right now, I don't feel a lot of animosity. I just feel a lot of tension that this has created. Because those who mean something to any Leos will hold their loved ones as high as any other sign. And that's what's making this difficult for you, is that need for their approval, or desire for it, I should say, not necessarily a need. This isn't validation. It's rather, you just want to be accepted for who you are, Leo. And yes, you can still practice spirituality and still be you. All right, let's get your guidance today from the Sacred Rebel. Haven't been happier, but I think this is a really fitting deck for the season. Any messages of wisdom, healing, and guidance regarding this spread for Leo? Any messages of wisdom, healing, and guidance for Leo? No. Any messages of wisdom, healing, and guidance for Leo, please? Faith in the process. Bottom of the deck, free from judgment, free to love. Yes. Not sure if you can see that, but this figure's kneeling in a wagon, and on the wagon is written faith. And that's ultimately the medicine and the message of this card, is to, when it feels like you can do no right, when it feels like there is nothing that you can do behavior-wise, choice-wise, as far as what you could say or tell anyone to remediate the situation, to make things better, let faith carry you. Your belief that there will be a light at the end of the tunnel, that there will be a time when things are easier to explain, when things are easier to smooth over. That if the changes that you're making, if they're a big deal to some people, faith in the fact that over X amount of time, people won't even remember. Faith that you're bigger than any one instance where you ruffle a few feathers. Those who are meant to stay in your life will stay. That measure of faith. And sometimes in this deck, affirmations are included, and they're pretty good. So let me just double check really quick if there's a good one for this one. Perfect. All right, so this affirmation's pretty long, but I do want to read it for you, Leo, because I think that there is value to it. And I pulled this card personally for myself in personal readings, and it does help me. So I'll read that for you now. Because it's so long, I'll only read it once. I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and spirit. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed into my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love. So be it. All right, guys, that's what I have for you, Leo, for your bonus reading. Congratulations again, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helped, and I hope this brought peace of mind. If this did resonate for you, feel free to comment down below how it resonated, or just to say hi. I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to ensure that this message gets into as many hands as needed, and to not miss any upcoming videos from me. Don't forget to check out this channel's second home on Instagram for additional content, daily affirmations, as well as updates on how to book a personal reading with me. And I will see you in my next video. To the Light and the Shadows cast. Take care.